What happens when one of Bravo's most charming captains sails straight into the stormiest Housewives crossover ever? The calm seas of Below Deck Down Under just collided with the icy chaos of Salt Lake City, and Captain Jason Chambers found himself right in the center of it all. From the moment he stepped aboard motor yacht Katina, the Housewives couldn't take their eyes off him, and honestly, who could blame them? But what started as playful banter quickly turned into accusations, rumors, and one of the most uncomfortable breakfasts ever caught on camera. Before we dive into the messy details of who flirted with who, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel because you won't believe how deep this drama goes. And you'll want to be here when we uncover every shocking twist that Bravo didn't show you. Now, rewind to BravoCon 2023, when Aisha Scott, Jason's former chief stew, joked that everyone wanted a piece of Captain Jason. Fast forward to this explosive crossover, and it looks like that joke became prophecy. Britani Bateman, the Salt Lake City newcomer, found herself cornered by Bronwyn Newport and Meredith Marks, accused of crossing the line with the good captain. Lisa Barlow, always ready to stir things just enough, jumped in to shut down the interrogation, but not before dragging Below Deck's chief stew, Daisy Kelliher, right into the line of fire. Lisa snapped at the group, saying enough with the pile-on, like Captain Jason's not interested. "It's like, duh!" she said, rolling her eyes with that signature confidence that only Lisa could pull off. As Daisy leaned over to refill her glass, Lisa called her out mid-pour. "Right? Back me up on this, Daisy. Come on, say no, hard no." Daisy laughed, but the tension in the air was thicker than Bravo editing cuts. She tried to dodge the question, offering a diplomatic, "I have no idea," while Lisa muttered, "It's ridiculous." She even defended Jason, saying she felt bad for him, that his name was being dragged into drama he didn't even start. Cut to breakfast the next morning, and things took a sharp left turn. Bronwyn refused to sleep in her shared bed with Britani, dropping a comment that sent shockwaves through the table. "I'm not interested in getting in a bed that maybe you brought one of the crew into," she said. That's when producers spliced in the flashback, the one that set social media on fire. Britani playfully asking Captain Jason for a private tour of the yacht, and him saying, "Another time." Innocent? Maybe. But not to Meredith, who jumped right in with her own accusation. "I mean, the girls and I were sitting here, and he was coming out of your room last night." The table fell silent, all eyes on Britani. But Britani didn't flinch. She swore Jason was just fixing the air conditioning. And, shockingly, producers backed her up. The footage showed Jason kneeling beside the vent, tinkering with the AC, not Britani. It should have cleared her name, right? Wrong. The rumor mill had already started, and once it starts rolling on Bravo, there's no stopping it. What made it worse was Britani's own history of teasing Heather Gay just a week earlier about her flirtation with Jason. "Jason and I are friends. We have a history," Heather said casually. "We've f***ed around before. It's like there's nothing there." It was one of those moments that instantly went viral, partly because Heather said it so matter-of-factly, and partly because no one could tell if she was joking or serious. Later in her confessional, Heather looked mortified. "I said that?" she asked the producers, clearly shocked. "You can't use that. Delete, delete." But the damage was done. Fans were divided. Some laughed it off. Others questioned if Heather's history with Jason was more than just a cheeky comment. Meanwhile, Daisy found herself stuck between worlds, the Bravo seas and the Bravo streets. In one scene, she revealed that Heather had actually made a special request for dessert that night. "Heather said something about you having dessert with them," Daisy told Jason. "And she asked if you could sit topless having dessert." Jason, ever the gentleman, didn't take the bait. But he agreed to join the Housewives for dessert, not realizing he was walking straight into the middle of an emotional minefield. As soon as he sat down, chaos erupted. Meredith and Britani were mid-argument about a rumor that Meredith's husband, Seth Marks, had a mistress. The tension was unbearable. Jason tried to lighten the mood with a polite, "How's the dessert, ladies?" But Meredith wasn't having it. "Oh, she's vile! Get her away from me!" she cried. That was the moment Captain Jason made his silent exit, leaving his dessert untouched. Lisa, ever observant, noticed it all. "Look at how he just gracefully declined," she whispered, almost admiring his quiet composure. Inside the yacht, Daisy caught up to Jason. "You're not meant to be there," she told him softly. And she was right. Captain Jason might be used to navigating rough seas. But this was Bravo at its stormiest. Because when it comes to Bravo crossovers, the real drama doesn't always stay on deck. After that chaotic dessert scene, fans took to social media like wildfire. #Captain Jason was suddenly trending across X, Instagram, and Reddit. Clips of him walking away mid-dinner spread faster than champagne spills at a Housewives reunion. Memes labeled him the only man smart enough to escape the Housewives table alive, while others crowned him the Bravo King of Boundaries. But the internet's applause didn't silence the whispers from within the cast. Word started spreading that Britani and Captain Jason might have continued their friendly conversations off camera. Some crew members hinted that there were late-night chats after filming Wrapped, while others insisted it was nothing but mutual respect. But as always, Bravo fans demanded receipts, and when they didn't get them, they made their own. Fan pages started dissecting every screenshot, every look, every smirk Jason gave during the trip. Meanwhile, Heather Gay had her own storm brewing. That offhand "we've ficked around before" comment wasn't just making waves, it was making headlines. Entertainment blogs and Bravo podcasts picked it up, spinning theories about how deep her history with Jason really went. Heather tried to laugh it off on Watch What Happens Live, saying, "I was joking, we're friends, calm down." But the internet never calms down. Even Andy Cohen smirked when he asked her, "So you're saying there's no chemistry there?" Heather just smiled and said, "I'm saying he's Captain Jason. Who doesn't have chemistry with him?" Back aboard the Katina, Daisy found herself defending both sides. She told producers privately that Jason didn't deserve the rumors. He was professional, calm, and honestly uncomfortable with how much his name kept coming up. "He's not part of their games," Daisy said. "He's there to do his job. He's not a storyline." But in Bravo world, once your name is part of the story, there's no turning back. Lisa Barlow doubled down on her stance during her own confessional. "It's like, stop dragging the crew into your chaos," she said, waving her hands as only Lisa can. "Jason's hot, yeah, but let him live. He's not here for the Housewives' thirst trap." And honestly, that might have been the most accurate read of the entire crossover. Still, producers couldn't ignore the tension. By day 3, cameras caught subtle moments that fans would later obsess over. Jason avoiding the upper deck when Britani walked by, Daisy giving him knowing glances, Lisa whispering to Heather, "You know he's totally over it." And Britani, seemingly unaware of how deep the whispers had gone, joking that she just wanted her air conditioning fixed, not her reputation wrecked. But the final dinner brought one last twist. Something Bravo viewers didn't expect. Heather pulled Jason aside before everyone sat down, telling him she hoped there were no hard feelings about what she said earlier. Jason, ever composed, simply smiled and said, "You've got to laugh about it sometimes." Heather laughed awkwardly, saying, "I'm still mortified," to which Jason replied, "Then don't repeat it." It was short, classy, and pure Captain Jason energy, ending the tension with calm authority. Later, when the group gathered for one last toast, Lisa raised her glass and said, "To a drama-free night." Daisy chuckled under her breath, muttering, "We'll see." And in true Bravo fashion, within minutes, a new argument erupted between Meredith and Britani, this time over who leaked a rumor about Seth Marks. Jason stood up quietly, adjusted his jacket, and said, "I'll leave you ladies to it." The door closed behind him, and that was the last we saw of the captain that episode. In her final confessional, Lisa summed it up perfectly. "You can put a Housewives cast anywhere, even on a yacht, and somehow we'll still create a storm. But Captain Jason, he's the eye of it, the calm, the class, and the one everyone secretly wants." As the credits rolled, one question echoed through Bravo fandom. Was this crossover a one-time wave, or the start of a bigger Bravo universe collision? With Daisy's charm, Jason's effortless presence, and the Housewives' flair for chaos, fans are already demanding round 2. So, what do you think? Did Britani really flirt her way into the crew drama, or was it all a Bravo editing setup? Was Heather telling the truth about her history with Jason, or just trying to steal the spotlight? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because the best theories always come from you, the viewers who catch what Bravo tries to hide.